So when you're building up until 2 million AR in your SaaS business, you're usually involved in every decision. So you're in the marketing meetings, you're in the sales meetings, you're talking with prospects, you're making every product decision. But you reach a certain point where you cannot be in every meeting anymore. When you have team members, you start to delegate. And that's usually also the moment the SaaS company you work with, they lose a sense of control. So people are doing the work. They're not involved in every decision anymore. They don't have the right insights to make the good calls on a strategic level. And that's also when there is a need for a structured data system, a system that gives the leadership teams the right insights to make strategic decisions. Over the past 3 years, we've helped over 20 SaaS companies in the B2B space to structure their data and build dashboards and reports for the management teams so they get a clearer view of the business and regain more control over what is happening. I want to show you in this video the system that we set up for over 10 of those companies, which we have pretty much standardized and systematized, that we for sure know helps the leadership teams to make better decisions. Let's start with the dashboards first. So I've defined 5 essential dashboards that every B2B SaaS company within the 2 million to 10 million ARR range should have. It consists of the management overview, a RevOps/revenue overview. It includes customer segmentation overviews and also an account overview. So why do we have this structure? It allows you to go from a high-level KPI or metrics such as customer lifetime value, annual recurring revenue, and revenue churn to a very deep level of each individual customer that is responsible for that specific change. So it all starts with the management overview, as you can see here. It's a clear overview of a couple important SaaS metrics such as monthly recurring revenue, annual recurring revenue, revenue churn, net new ARR, logo churn, net revenue retention. The reason why I like this dashboard is because it's easily shared with investors, your board, that can also be used during team meetings to show the progression over time and the current status of the company. Then the second overview is the RevOps overview. And this is a specific view of AR and MR. In a quick glance, you can see the current AR number, the net new AR number, the total added AR, the total lost AR, and then also the added AR percentages and lost AR percentages. We usually tweak these scorecards, as I call them, based on the specific B2B SaaS company. Sometimes they have some other important metrics that we should visualize here. So we replace those metrics with the numbers that you can see here. Then we have the AR chart over time, and then we also have the movements chart. So this is what we call the AR waterfall chart, which basically shows for every month how much did we gain and how much did we lose, and then classified as expansions, new business, reactivation, churn, and contractions. In the tables below, you can see here, these are the customer segments. In this case, in this example, I made a split in country, so we can see for each country how much each country is responsible for the total AR. But also for the net new AR, the total added AR, the lost AR, and also the growth rate. And on the right side, we see the company size overview. So this is another segmentation on the company sizes of our customers. Well, we can replace these with any segment. So for example, some of our clients, they use tiers for customer segments. So they have tier 1, and tier 2, or tier 3. We can create these overviews for those segments as well. The cool thing about this dashboard is, as you can see here, the words here, they're underlined, they're underscored, right? So if you click on Australia, for example, it pops up a new dashboard, which is similar to the RevOps dashboard, but then only for Australia. And the cool thing about this is that you can get a very specific overview of a customer segment to understand what is happening there. So you have the same numbers, the current AR, net new AR, total added AR, total lost AR, added AR percentage, lost AR percentage, the AR over time, the revenue waterfall, but then only for Australia. What we see in the table below are all the customers that fall in this segment. So all the customers that come from Australia are visualized here. And as I said, we can use any customer segment here. So if you use tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3 customer segments with your own definitions of that, those can also be included here. Right. And then we also have it for the industry overview, as you can see. So there are a lot of things possible here, and we can visualize basically any customer segment in this dashboard. Well, you can even go a level deeper. So as you can see here, we have the customer overview here, and we can see each customer in this table. Well, if you click on the customer, it opens up the account overview. So you can see for a very specific customer, all the details that you need to make a decision. So the current MOR, the total revenue it has generated for the company, the industry, the country, the amount of paid seats, how long the person or company has been a customer for, customer since date, health scores, contact person, the status, subscription types, user reports, like this could be an extra link to a specific user that falls under this account, monthly recurring revenue, recent movements, sales process activity, user activity. So we can basically centralize all account information in this dashboard for the teams to use. And we see a lot of value for this dashboard for customer success teams. We see a lot of those people use this dashboard because it very conveniently centralizes all customer information in a central overview. So this structure enables you to basically go from a top level KPI to drill down into the specific levels below it, all the way to the specific customer to get an understanding of why that change happened. So that's the first part. Those are the dashboards. What's also important is the metrics dictionary. In the dashboard, we put a lot of metrics, but it's also important to align everyone in the team on those metrics. Like, what do we mean by them? What is our description? What's our definition of those metrics? And that's where we use the metrics dictionary. So we have a metric here, we have a description, we have the unit, we have the filters. So based on what filters can we filter the metric? As you can see here, it could be country, company size, account, industry. We to put everything in there, if you have the data, of course. We have the data source and also the dashboards that features this metric. So this is very handy to align everyone in the company on the same definitions, but also give them a guideline on where they can find data in the dashboards. So for example, customer success is usually responsible for churn. They can pull up the metrics dictionary and they can find the dashboards that features churn. And then the final step, and this is the tech stack. This example that I'm showing right now is for the Google Workspace, but the concept can also be applied to different business software. Let me show you the visualization first. So this is a B2B SaaS data stack. On the left side, we have the data sources. So you have HubSpot, PostgreSQL, or Stripe, or whatever source that you use. In the middle, we have the data warehouse and also how we structure data. And then on the right side, we have the dashboards. So that's how we visualize data. And how this works is we pull data from the source systems, we store it in a raw format in the data warehouse. Then we use Dataform to transform the data, and basically we can write code inside Dataform to apply custom logic and custom calculations, and then prepare data sets for analysis and dashboards. Having the data structured like this makes it very easy to make changes to the data and build new dashboards and change the current dashboards. So we have 4 elements here. We have the data sources, then we have the data warehouse that stores the data, then we have Dataform, which we use to transform the data, so we calculate custom metrics and apply custom logic. And then we have Looker Studio, in this case, for the dashboards where we visualize the data. And these tools are all integrated in the Google Cloud Platform. So everything is easy to authenticate with the end users in the business. It's also very secure because everything is centralized in just one platform. And that's basically how you get from 2 million ARR to 10 million ARR with data insights and enable your team to make better decisions with data. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Check the document that I'll be sharing. And if not, we're always happy to help. All right, bye-bye.